God bless y'all. My name is Jonathan Kale, and I'm making this video. Excuse me. It's supposed to be given a while back, and I'm just giving it now. Being obedient. I know I gotta kind of hurry up and produce these videos, but anyway, let me just share with you all what the Lord had told me on the on the 14th of January this month, 2016. I was in prayer, and coming out of prayer, I heard the voice of the Lord. He said to me, he said, "Commerce. America is used to fair trade, fair exchange, no more." And then I would continue to hear the words fair exchange and fair trade echo, like after it was said, fair exchange, fair trade, over and over. And so I'm going to say that again. I was in prayer, and I heard the voice of the Lord say, "Commerce. America is used to fair trade, fair exchange." Sorry about that, y'all. I got a little cough. So when he said this, I said to the Lord, I said, like, what do you mean? Or something like that. I said, like, so what are you saying? Like, what do you mean? Or something like that. Excuse me. And he said, no, I didn't say what do you mean. Yeah, I guess I did. I didn't write it down, but I just know I wrote down everything he said. And he said, no more. When I said, like, what are you saying, or what do you mean? He said, no more. Because I was in like, when you're hearing the Lord and when you're in deep prayer, this was at the very end of my prayer. And it was kind of like, I was kind of spaced out. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I was all knowledgeable of everything going on. I just caught the tail end. It seemed like it was already a long sought out. I strongly believe that the Lord was saying way more, but I caught the tail end, and the tail end, he made it very known to me. Commerce, America is used to fair trade, fair exchange. And then I said, what do you mean? He was like, no more. Basically saying it's over. So what the Lord is saying is that he's like cutting off the America as a head of, exchanging and, just being like this whole Wall Street, commerce, exchange, trades, stuff like that. Like, we're not going to be that general hub anymore to even hold a Dow or NASDAQ and all that kind of crazy stuff. Like, it's all coming to an end, like all of it. America is really genuinely about to be destroyed. When I say that, I mean, think the worst. Don't think like, don't think light about it, because we're entering the great tribulation, which man has never seen ever and will never see again. So, think the worst, because the worst is yet to come. And, people say the best is yet to come, and that's true too. But first the worst has to come first, and then the best, which is Jesus Christ coming for his saints. But first the Antichrist has to come after the saints. And this is all about the whole monetary system, about to shut down. It's about to end. The Lord explained this further to me in my heart, that, pretty much that this whole thing is dealing with the buying and the selling, the exchanging, and, the trading of hands and shaking of hands, and America, rubbing elbows and shoulders, stuff like that. Like, it's all coming to an end. America is going to be an enemy, a place that's just tread upon and trampled upon. America is not going to be this place that we once known it to be. And I don't say this to scare you. I say this because it's true. Like, if the truth scares you, surrender your life to Jesus. You know what I mean? Because perfect love casts out all fear. And I know, as crazy as things might sound, I'm not really scared. I don't mean I'm not gonna be, having no natural feelings that will melt my heart or whatever before, I see it. Like, that might happen right if it's right before my eyes. But as far as like right now, and the very thought of it, I'm not thinking fear. I'm thinking just brace myself, gird up my loins, and just stay close to Jesus, because Jesus did promise us peace. As awkward as it may sound to the carnal mind, he promised us peace. And he said the world will give you tribulation. He said will give you tribulation. So you can't even pray against the tribulation, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. This is prophecy. This is prophetic. The tribulation is coming. The tribulation is at hand. But what we need to do is grab onto the hand of the Lord Jesus Christ, the Father, and be led by the Spirit. And so, that's pretty much it. So one other thing that I wanted to share is that this is what I want to just share as I'm having this discussion. When you pray, I'm going to make more videos about prayer. Look forward to that, and please keep me in prayer, because the enemy is always on my tail. Y'all don't know that ever since I've been giving y'all these words about prayer, the enemy has been really after me strong. And you notice I haven't been making videos like that. But he's doing as much as he can. So just please, keep me lifted up in prayer. But this is what I want to say is that when you pray, or when you're like in such a deep trance, or when you're sleeping, a lot of times God was speaking to you long before you even recognized what he finally told you. Now, sometimes, he can tell you from the beginning, as soon as you close your eyes to when you wake up. But a lot of times what God will do, I believe most of the time, I will go as far as saying what God will do is God will give you a dream, but when he really wants you to like know certain things, he will start to wake you up. Or that's the reason why when you are about to wake up, you'll start to remember only a limited amount. Because I remember one time I had this dream about the Nephilim. I shared it with you guys. I think it's like the Return of the Nephilim dream or something like that. But anyway, or the Coming Nephilim, something. You could Google my name and find it under those titles. But I was in a deep sleep. The Lord woke me up. I wasn't even coming out of my sleep. The Lord kind of like raised my consciousness, and then told me the Nephilim is coming, or and he said, remember that I told you this. And then he put me right back to sleep. Like, I was already asleep through it all. It's just kind of, he like kind of enhanced my, it's kind of like if you can hear, your cat or somebody going in the bathroom as you're sleeping, if you live with somebody in another room or something, or somebody moved around, or, you can hear people outside walking in the street. Well, it's like that. And, but nonetheless, in this case, there was nothing distracting me. It was just the Lord enhancing my consciousness, because he wanted me to hear and grab onto what was being said. And, Well, it's the same thing like with this word right here. You know what I mean? It's not that God isn't saying more. It's just that a lot of times we get what we can get, and He only gives us, you know, what we're able to capture, and a lot of times that's towards the end. I don't know if the guy's name was Tertullian or one of these early Christians. What's the other guy's name? You got Tertullian, then you got what's the guy's name? I forget the guy's name right now. But anyway, he was explaining this basically about how, you know, God will enhance, you know, your conscious state during the ending of your dreams, you know. So I'm not saying this because, you know, you can really do anything about it. You can ask God to. I've said this before in a video that you can ask God to, you know, kind of like heighten your consciousness, whereas though you can like, you know, ask Him like to, you know, to open up the dreams, or to like, you know, to open up, you know, more so you can have more, so you can receive more. I do notice that a lot of times the more I spend with the Lord, the more I dream, the more like I don't get little snippets, stuff like that. So anyway, because it's a greater reward. It's like a greater reward, you know what I mean? You're given more from the Lord. So yeah, I just wanted to share that though. Back on another note, you know, about the whole thing concerning the commerce. It's all coming to an end, and this is kind of like, I mean, you can see I said the Lord gave me that word on the 14th of January, and as you see, like everything that's been happening since the 14th of January. So that kind of like pretty much tells in myself that I should have been gave that word. I mean, you know, not that you guys could have done anything about it, but the prophets, we are the real newscasters. So anyway, you know, sorry for coming kind of late with the news. I'm kind of like the you know, the newscaster with the shirt unbuttoned and the tie kind of loose, you know, reporting live from Southeast Washington, D.C. All right, God bless y'all.